Assalamu alaikum dear students, Ali Asnan again with you, bringing you some deeper understanding on tense structure as you are supposed to demonstrate real good skills on all tenses in active, passive and even narration in almost all entry tests, especially with reference to ETA and MDCAT. You need to have in-depth understanding. And when it comes to engineering universities, they ask it in sort of traditional conditional structures or combination of sentences. But then again, voice skills are very important. We would quickly review things with regard to tense structure. I mentioned even active voices, and then with reference to that passive voice, the fundamental rules related to that, and like irregular forms of verbs that you need to remember that might be troublesome there. I've given you a general clue as to what is expected in structures where you come across such words like modal verb. You know what modal verbs are: can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, even had, better, would, rather, used to. These expressions are called modal verbs. After them, you always use first form of verb, right? Then after to, when it is a verb, it has to be V1. Like to go, to eat, to drink. Every time you come up with any infinitive, your structure is with to, first form verb. However, there is an exception. Like there could be an idiomatic expression like look forward to. Now this requires ing form. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Then again, used to expression directly, obviously it takes V1, he used to go there. But if there is a B form before that, then you use ing form. Like I say, I am used to driving well. So you have to remember the odd or irregular structures. But essentially wherever you get to, after that you use V1. Then these are the structures pertaining to present tenses, do, does related expressions with regard to the subject. When once you use them, then next, if the verb has to occur there, and obviously it has to be there, that verb has to be V1. Again, in past simple, when you are making an interrogative or negative statement, you use did. And with that did in the same structure, another verb, that when I say same structure, that means that particular sentence, simple sentence or a clause, there your verb has to be V1. These expressions typical to present simple tenses, wherever you come across those, you should be mentally alert that the requirement is that of V1, like always, usually, daily. Now moving to the requirement of V2 in structures with reference to these clue words, wherever you have ago, 5 years ago he went there. So you don't need any other tense when you have the expression of ago. Then last, yesterday, like I did it yesterday. When there are different structures, obviously in conditionals we have seen with when structures you can use present simple as well. But normally we use past tenses. When he saw the elephant, he wanted to see the giraffe. Or when he reached the railway station, the train had already left. So in when structures we are using past simple, V2. With before structures again, you use preferably V2. Before he married his cousin, he had been, let's say, unmarried. So in that structure with the clause that begins with before, subordinate clause, we have used V2. Again, this expression then or in and then some year. In 1947, if I say Pakistan had been created, that would be wrong. In 1947, Pakistan was created. So in such structures, you use V2. Was is obviously V2 structure. Then when we talk about V3, these are the clue words that you need to be on the look for. If there is has or have or had, after that, your verb form has to be third. Almost, such structures are, he has almost done it. So when you see almost, you don't say, I am almost finished. Preferable is, I have almost finished. So your choice has to be V3 with expressions such as already, just, and for that matter passive voice. Before we begin with this passive voice in detail, let me teach you something with regard to this verb be. It has its forms, and you need to be very clear mentally, because every time any passive structure you are implying, it needs definitely some form of be, without which you cannot convert an active tense into passive. And then again, coming back from passive to active, you need to be able to decipher what was the be form that is to be removed. So when I say present simple, your be forms are is, am, are. When I say past simple, your be forms are was, were. When I say, let's say, continuous, any tense of continuous kind requires your be form, that is to convert into passive, being. If I say participle form, third form of be is been, and its future form, future simple, let's say, it's be itself. So you need to know, when we once talk about voice changes with reference to active and passive sentence structures, this would come in handy, without which you are never on sure footing. You need to simply recollect is, am, are present forms of be, in terms of when I say present, that is simple. For past simple, was, were. For continuous, being. For third form or any perfect structure, it is been, and for future simple, it is be. We would get back to that in a moment, but before that we talk about this V1 plus ing structure. So this structure requires where you have such usage since. I've already told you since is for point of time. Since morning, since, let's say, early childhood, since boyhood, let's try instead say since boyhood, since come up with some expressions, help me out. It's maybe since 5 o'clock. So you are getting starting time here. For that you require since, whereas for it has to be a period of time. Let's say for 5 years, for 2 hours, for half an hour. So wherever actually you get any bracket of time which gives you exact duration, that requires the use of for. And my point is, whenever since or for are being used in a given structure, you need to use this verb form V1 plus ing, going, eating, enjoying. This is for continuous tenses. Obviously there too you have V1 plus ing, like he is eating now, he is writing now. So such expressions that contain now should get ing structure. At present again for continuous, he is sleeping at present. So continuous act can be described through this structure by implying V1 plus ing. Dear students, I request your attention again to the very basics, because it's being good at the basics that you can build better structures. And voice skills or narration skills, whenever they come into question and you have to demonstrate your ability in those areas, it comes back to your understanding of tenses. So very brief review of different possible structures in tenses as has already been written here. We would like to go through things one by one. Remember present simple. What is the structure? V1 plus SES. A sentence has been written here. His captors take him to prison. See this subject, plural, verb without SRES, and then you have, don't consider this an infinitive because this is a noun next. So when we have to talk in terms of subject and object, you have to understand which chunk belongs where, but that would be discussed separately. Now this positive statement is stated in negative form, like his captors don't take him to prison. So what we did was use of do with not. And when we have to come up with the interrogative version of the same, do his captors take him to prison? That's asking about the activity of those captors through the auxiliary do. Do or does are the auxiliaries that you use to make interrogative statements. Then this is again negative, interrogative plus negative. Do his captors not take him to prison? So that's another structure that you need to know how it is formulated. Now this not you need to understand, dear students, like if you are using it separately and not opting the contraction, then it always comes after the subject. If instead you use the contraction form, that's fine, no harm in that. You can always say don't, then the rest of the sentence without not remains the same. Don't his captors take him to prison? That is also fine. Again, this next double interrogative where you have used this WH word. Why don't his captors take him to prison? Why do we require these different structures in terms of their formulation? Actually, you would be tested on structures of sentences, like which one is the best. So you have to see how to make an interrogative, how to come up with negative, how to come up with double interrogative, and then again you would be tested in terms of voice change. There would be a sentence and then 4 options, and only one would be adhering to rules. You need to know the sentence structure first and then the rules involved. Even in your next segment that we would discuss, maybe narration skills, there too these structures sort of affect the change. So every time you have to first focus on the very sentence that the activity is related to. About past continuous now we talk, and rules are very plain. I, am, we, they, are, he, she, it, is. So is, am, are being used, and then first form verb with ing. If we sort of formulate all 5 sentences on the pattern, it is somewhat like this. His captors are taking him to prison. Are taking. So are V1 ing. Verb structure is fine. His captors are not taking him to prison. Are his captors taking him to prison? Are not. And if you don't want to use contraction, you may say are his captors not. So not can occur after the subject here. Anyways, in this case, are not his captors taking him to prison? Why aren't his captors taking him to prison? So these are the 5 structures that you need to understand in terms of their composition. Then you have present perfect. Subject may have has or have here. So has or have used with that V3. Some examples here. His captors have V3 taken him to prison. His captors have not taken him to prison. You can say this separately, have not, but normally in formal English now it is acceptable that you use contraction here. His captors haven't taken him to prison. Have his captors taken him to prison? So that's asking something. Haven't his captors taken him to prison? So we have used not as well as interrogative form. Whereas the last sentence is, why haven't his captors taken him to prison? Here I would take you back to our debate that when institutions are being referred to for their primary purpose, you don't use article. Your examiner may use this article here, him to a prison. That would be wrong, because or the prison, again not acceptable, because captors would obviously take to prison for the primary purpose, to encage him or to prison him. This doesn't require article then. Moving on, we have seen present perfect structures. Now present perfect continuous. See, with subject, has been or have been used, then first form verb ing and since for required. Even if they are not used, the structure can be admissible. The point is that since, as I told you, for point of time, for period of time. See here, his captors have been taking him to prison since morning. Now that was positive statement. His captors have not been taking him to prison since morning. So negative statement. Have his captors been taking him to prison since morning? Interrogative. Negative interrogative. Have his captors not been taking him to prison since morning? And double interrogative. Why haven't his captors been taking him to prison since morning? So you have some likely structures that you may be assessed on. Now getting to past tenses. His captors took him to prison. V2. Why? Because subject V2. That's how you constitute this sentence. His captors. Now once you come up with a negative sentence, instead of do, does, you use did. So his captors did not or didn't, then V1, take him to prison. And for an interrogative, did his captors take him to prison? Didn't his captors take him to prison? So sort of negative, interrogative and double interrogative. Why didn't his captors take him to prison? We'll be seeing soon how to change these tenses into passive structures. Past continuous, was, were, first form verb ing, his captors, and were, first form verb ing, tense structure is complete. Rest is only matter of subject and object. His captors being the subject and him is the object here. So his captors were taking him to prison. His captors were not taking him to prison. Were his captors taking him to prison? Were his captors not taking him to prison? Or why were his captors not taking him to prison? This not can occur here. Why weren't his captors taking him to prison? We have already understood this concept. Now moving to the next, past perfect. With had we use V3. So the structure goes, his captors had, and third form verb, taken him to prison. His captors had not taken him to prison. Had his captors taken him to prison? Had his captors not taken him to prison? Why hadn't his captors taken him to prison? His captors had been taking him to prison since morning. This is past perfect continuous. Why? Because had been, first form verb, ing, since for. Rules of past perfect continuous have been adhered to. Another sentence, negative. His captors had not been taking him to prison since morning. Had his captors been taking him to prison since morning? Had his captors not been taking him to prison since morning? Why hadn't his captors been taking him to prison since morning? To begin with, I have given you 4 tenses each on present and past. Let me tell you, the first thing in changing the voice we do is deciphering which be form is needed. See, I told you for present simple, be form is, am, and are. For continuous, it is being. For perfect, it is being. See, for perfect continuous, we don't have any be form. Why? Because see here, been is already used there. So if we say been, the structure would be odd, like he has been eating mangoes, mangoes have been eaten. That would be wrong. If instead for continuous we take being, that also doesn't make any sense. He has been eating mangoes, So mangoes have been being eaten doesn't make any sense. That simply means the voice of this perfect continuous tense cannot be changed. Why? Because there is no be form. Now talking about be form here, past simple, you know, was or were. These are the be forms that you need. And for continuous, again, as has already been mentioned, being. For perfect, again the same, being. And for perfect continuous, by virtue of the same reasons, either been or being could be used for perfect being and for continuous being, but both don't add to the sense, rather confuse the structure. So we don't have any passive voice for this either. Now I give you 5 rules. If you stick to them, you would seldom make a mistake. One is changing subject into object. The second rule states change object into subject. Okay, 2 fundamental things. Be forms we have already understood. What you require here is, third, use be form. Appropriate be form, remember, as per requirement of that sentence structure. After subject, the new subject. Because this is object actually that has taken the form of subject now. So this is the third step you need to take. Fourth is very easy. Use third form of verb. Every time in any passive, as I have already mentioned, passive voices require third form of verb. So use third form of verb. And last but not the least, you know what is meant by last but not the least? Probably I told you, no, let me tell you, sequence wise towards the end, importance wise equally important. That is, use by before the new object. New object means the subject that has been changed into object. Before that, you would use this word by. By the way, this is not always necessary. Normally, we use passive voice only when the subject doesn't remain any important. Giving you one example. If I say people, that is the subject, people speak English all over the world, that doesn't make very deep sense. Who are those people? Because subject actually is something that is well identified. That's why we make it a subject. If subject is not identified and you actually have to emphasize on the content of that statement, then you could ignore that. Like here in this case, when I say people speak English all over the world, my preferable structure should be passive voice. English is spoken. See, there it was speak. English is spoken all over the world. You don't have to say by people. And when, especially in passive structure you go, this has sort of a redundant outlook now, not required. Then again, if I say, if my house is being built, see, I have already used passive structure here. Why? Because the laborers who are building that house, I don't want to focus on them. The thing I want to present before you is basically the idea of the house being built. So I stick to passive voice. Then again, when you are not familiar with the doer of some action, then you prefer this passive voice. Like when I say, he is arrested. So, is arrested is essentially passive voice. Why? Because we don't know who arrested him. Yes, if you have to make its active voice and there are some options, you may introduce some subject like the police arrested him, arrests him, because is arrested is the sentence I have used. So the police arrests him, the maybe captors arrest him. So you can come up with such sentences. Now, seeing this rule, what you need to do is to be able to understand how to change these structures. And what I am going to give you is essentially verb change. Subject object, once we change, we understand what is the subject and what is the object then. So in this space I would explain as to how these 5 different varieties of sentences would be handled with regard to these rules. So come with me, let's see how we apply those rules here. First sentence, I would change the entire structure for you to understand what to be done. When we see the first requirement, subject to be changed into object. What is the subject? His captors. We bring it here, his captors, okay. What is the object here? Him, because that comes after verb, and take what? Him. Who takes? His captors. So who or what, when asked before verb, they give you the subject, like Ali eats mangoes. So who eats? Ali. Ali eats what? Mangoes. So that what comes before the verb is the subject, what comes after the verb is the object, and you have to counter check with reference to these 2 questions, who or what. They would always point out the relevant subject or object. In this case, him being the object, when it is to be changed as a subject, obviously it becomes subject case as well. So he. Now what next? Our second rule was like first and second, subject object changes. Third was using be form, and be form we are already clear here. Like he requires is, right? And then what was needed? Third form of verb. He is taken. Now this structure to prison should come with this. He is taken to prison. And insertion of by here gives us complete conversion as per those 5 steps. He is taken to prison by his captors. Seeing this is taken, you are clear that this is passive voice or present simple. And when you have to go back to active, you would remove this, you would use rules required for present simple. And his captors being the subject, takes would not be the case, take. His captors take him to prison. So what we get is actually this sentence again. So both ways you have to develop your skills, like from active to passive or from passive to active, because you may be tested on any account. Again, now I only talk about the verb structures. Like here it was is taken. Rest everything remains the same. His captors don't take him to prison. Now don't has this structure, is not and then taken. So he is not taken to prison by his captors. Our third sentence is, do his captors take him to prison? This auxiliary would come in the beginning then. Is he, and then third form verb, taken to prison by his captors. So what you see is like seeing auxiliary in the beginning, that be form you make as auxiliary here, and then you bring in the subject case and third form of verb. Then our next sentence, like fourth, do his captors not take him to prison? Is he, and all you need is add not here. Is he not taken to prison by his captors? Then you have double interrogative. Why don't his captors take him to prison? You use the same here, why, and next you bring in, for don't, the structure is M or B form. Why is he, isn't can also be used. Why isn't he, or why is he not? Then rest remains the same after V3. Why is he not taken to prison by his captors? That simple actually. What you need to be able to see is a given sentence and its verb form. Judging whether it is active or passive. How would you judge? Knowing the rules. You have already known the rules of active. Now you have known the rules of passive as well. B form is must, is MR. With that, when you see third form verb, because normally in tense structures you have V1 and ing with is MR. That is present continuous. But when you see third form of verb, you already understand that to be a passive structure. So being clear that this is passive or present simple, all you need to convert is applying the active rules. Moving on. Now you see here or in a given structure and then ing form. You judge it to be a sentence of present continuous. You use this being form here. Let's talk about the subject, he, and auxiliary if there is some, like is, am, are already used, that is to be used, like he is being. After that you bring in like this verb auxiliary available should be used first and then be form should be introduced. His captors are taking him to prison, he is being taken to prison by his captors. That's how you convert continuous tenses, by introducing being form after the auxiliary and then V3. Of course, those 5 steps you should bear in mind. His captors are not taking him to prison, so he is, all you need is not, and then being, he is not being taken to prison by his captors. Your next sentence says, are his captors taking him to prison? So your structure has this interrogative form, you bring in there, or in our case he being the subject, we would say is, let's have I capital here, is he, and then what you have, continuous tense, is he being taken to prison by his captors. So what you did was, instead of are, you brought in is by virtue of the new subject that required is structure, but it is the same auxiliary. Next you used after that be form of continuous structure and then V3. Rest is very plain, we would be practicing soon. Are not his captors, so are remains there, or let's say aren't he being taken to prison. Why am I saying aren't? Isn't he being taken to prison by his captors? Hope I am not creating any confusion here, though the block available for writing is squeezed, but essentially we need to understand how to change the verb for passive voice. So when it was or not, it became isn't by virtue of the new subject, and then we did the same, like introduce be form and used third form of verb and used by before the new object. So isn't he being taken to prison by his captors? We went along with that structure. Now, why are not his captors taking him to prison? We use why there as it is, then isn't, this time I small, why isn't he being taken to prison by his captors? Remaining chunk is the same. Apparently very easy. What you did was deciphering B form and knowing how auxiliaries of that structure are to be treated. After being clear on this, moving to present perfect now, what you see is have taken. You understand with has, have, and you have third form of verb, this is present perfect. For any perfect structure, being form is been. Let's use that first. Now we already understand the new subject to be he, and now what you require is this have by virtue of this new subject would go into has, and then third form verb obviously. He has been taken to prison by his captors. See, Have taken is changed into has been taken. Could have been taken if the object of existing sentence in active had been plural. Since that was singular, we required instead has been. So what we did was simply introducing be form for perfect tense. The rest is almost the same structure. And again, in terms of verb structure, you should know with has been, have been, normally we use first form verb ing for present perfect continuous structures actually. In this case, when you see V3, you should know that this is passive voice of present perfect. And when you have to go back to actual active tense, all you require is remove this and then change the object and subject. So his captors would become the subject, and instead of has, captors require have. His captors have taken him, that is the same sentence. His captors have taken him to prison. Moving to the next. His captors haven't taken him to prison. So all you do is he has not been taken to prison by his captors. If it is have his captors taken him to prison, I told you this would remain there, but this time as has he. Why has? Because he requires has in interrogative form. Has he, what is the sentence here? Have his captors taken him to prison? Has he been? Been is a must for passive voice. And then third form verb. Has he been taken to prison by his captors? And if it is, which one? Fourth we have to do, haven't his captors taken him to prison? So hasn't, now you can say hasn't he been taken to prison by his captors, or has he not been taken to prison by his captors? And when instead you have why on the same pattern, you would use why has he not been taken to prison by his captors. I understand this is a bit scribbling of a kind that could irritate some. Don't be irritated. Stick to understanding of the rules. And rules state that you have to see the auxiliary, see the verb, change in terms of those 5 steps. You would seldom make a mistake. These are plain sentences. Moving to present perfect continuous, I have already told you there is no be form, so you cannot actually change any of perfect continuous structures. What is the requirement to be mentally clear that it cannot be changed? Has been, have been, with that first form verb ing, since for. When you see any tense of that kind and then you have 4 options, one would state no change, because that is not possible there. If we try, it would run as he has been taken to prison since. That doesn't make any sense. So all perfect continuous forms and structures cannot have any passive. Remember, when we are talking about passive, I should tell you it can be done only with such verbs as a transitive. When I say transitive, it is again those that can answer your what question. That means if I say he went early, so this is not answering went what. Doesn't make any sense. Like early doesn't serve as an answer. Whereas when I say he ate mangoes, so the question he ate what? Mangoes. When you get an object that actually answers your what question. So when you have such verbs, transitive verbs they are called, only then you have to apply these rules. If there is like a verb, he goes to school, you cannot say school is gone to by him. That won't make any sense. You have to first check whether your verb answers what question or not. If it does, then you have to go for this procedure. Moving to past tenses. If you understand the basics, those 5 steps, it's by and large the same thing. Like seeing this took him to prison, we understand be form is was, were, because every time our object, when it changes into subject, it becomes he, so we require he was. And then took is V2, we would go instead for third form verb. He was taken to prison by his captors, so he was taken. Then didn't take, if this be the structure there, all you need is he wasn't or was not. Remaining structure remains the same. He was not taken to prison by his captors. Did his captors take him to prison? No, this auxiliary would be was he taken to prison by his captors? So this interrogative structure, when you see with was, were and V3, you should understand that to be a passive form of past simple, because its B form is being applied here. Again, if it is didn't, you can say wasn't, and if it is why didn't, you have to say why wasn't. Remaining structure remains the same. Why wasn't he taken to prison by his captives? Not captives, captors. Now we move to past continuous. See, this were is already there, but you have a be form available. So we use being, and if there is any be form, or let's say verb there already in terms of auxiliary, that is mentioned there. It could be either was, were. So according to our subject, he was, it should be. So this is applying or using this continuous were and making it agree with the subject. He was being, and then after be form you have to use V3, taken to prison by his captors. That structure remains the same. So was being taken. For this, were is already there, so that would go into was, and all you need to add is not. So you may even say wasn't. He wasn't taken to prison. If it is with a question form, was he taken to prison by his captors, and interrogative sign there. A question remains the question form. Don't confuse this with narration, where it has to become a statement after change. Here it's just the change of voice. If it is interrogative, it has to be retained as an interrogative structure. So was he taken to prison? If it is he was not taken, so was he not taken, or wasn't he taken? If it is why, you simply add that. Why wasn't he? Remaining tense remains the same. So we understand how to change any sentence of active which is in past continuous form into passive. Talking about perfect, already we have understood one perfect structure here. It is again been. So if been is the, let me use this place instead. If been is the form for perfect tenses, we have a be form here. Apart from that, if there is something like had taken him, now this had is auxiliary, it should come first, and then your third form verb is required, that is already there, so it would run as had been taken. Remaining is just ensuring right changes of object into subject. He and subject into object. He had been taken to prison by his captors. Now in order to make, where is the second sentence, had not taken, so all you do is after had you use he had not been taken, or it could be hadn't, contracted form. He hadn't been taken to prison by his captors. If it is had his captors taken him to prison, you would make this as the interrogative form, sorry, had He, what was the sentence? Had he not is there or been? Where is this sentence? Had his captors taken him to prison? So had he been taken to prison by his captors? And if it is had his captors not, so hadn't he been taken or had he not been taken? Any of these two structures may occur there. Had he not been taken to prison. If it is like why hadn't his captors taken him to prison, you would use on the same pattern why in the beginning, why, and then hadn't he, and just be form to be added. Why hadn't he been, and V3 taken to prison by his captors. This again past perfect continuous, having been there already and auxiliary apart from that, doesn't leave any room for another being on the basis of perfect or on the basis of continuous being structure to be engaged for converting it further. So any such structure you see, straight away you should know passive voice cannot be made for past perfect continuous or present perfect continuous, and there are two more tenses that you don't convert into passive voice. We would quickly see those. Let's take a look at future tenses now in terms of their voice change. In active voice, future simple, as you know, with will, shall, first form verb. So his captors will, first form verb, take him to prison. Negative version, will not take him to prison. Interrogative, will his captors take him to prison? And negative interrogative, will his captors not take him to prison? And double interrogative, why will his captors not take him to prison? We have adhered to the simple rule will, shall plus V1. Your future continuous, will be, shall be plus V1 ing. His captors will be verb plus ing, taking. So will be, shall be, first form verb ing. Verb structure is there. You can identify and label this immediately as future continuous. Again, not, which can be won't as well. His captors will not be taking him to prison, or his captors won't be taking him to prison. When interrogative version, will his captors be taking him to prison? This be taking is basically first will be, shall be. Be has to link it with this one. Will his captors, so this occurs after the subject. Will his captors be taking him to prison? And when you say will his captors not be taking, or won't his captors be taking him to prison? So will or won't, both are the options, but when you say won't, not comes before this subject, but when you say will and then you add not, it has to occur here then. So will his captors not be taking him to prison, or won't his captors be taking him to prison? Why won't his captors be taking him to prison? When we talk in terms of future perfect, it is will have, shall have, and third form verb. Those of you who are not good at it, they must memorize these rules. Memorize to the extent that seeing a sentence they could label it in terms of its tense. That is a minimum basic requirement. So his captors will have taken. Seeing will have taken, you see rules of future perfect. So future perfect tense, will not have taken, or will his captors have taken, will his captors not have taken, why will his captors not have taken him to prison, are the structures here. Why won't his captors have taken him to prison? So all these tenses pertain to future perfect because they have adhered to this grammatical rule. Your future perfect continuous has will have been, shall have been with first form verb ing since for. As is the case with all perfect continuous tenses, they do require since for time reference. His captors will have been taking. So first form verb ing with will have been, and your tense structure is understood. Your this blank, if ever given by your examiner, should be filled in with reference to time in terms of since or for. Negative, his captors won't have been taking him to prison since morning. Interrogative, will his captors have been taking him to prison since morning? Interrogative, negative, will his captors not have been taking him to prison since morning? Why will his captors not have been taking him to prison since morning? Instead of why, you could have when will his captors be taking him to prison. So any other WH word can be used for such questions. My point is that B form and those 5 rules, one is B form is a must. So you should immediately, seeing this tense structure, know what is the B form for this tense. When it comes to simple, already you understand that is for future simple, be itself. And for future continuous, the problem occurs here. Otherwise, for continuous, we have being form for all continuous tenses. But for future continuous, you have, apart from this helping verb, be form there. So when you use will be being, it would be an awkward structure, not permissible. So for all future continuous tenses, you don't have passive voice by virtue of having no be form, whereas this be form is available for perfect tense. Future perfect tense, since it doesn't use any be form here, so you introduce in between being. His captors will have taken him to prison, so been is to be used, and then remaining 5 rules. Let's apply them. But before moving there, as you already understand, for future perfect continuous tenses, where you have will have been, shall have been, and since and for, you should also know that there is no available be form, thereby no chance of changing that into passive voice. You cannot have a sentence of passive voice for future perfect continuous, and for that matter all perfect continuous tenses. The only other tense that doesn't have change is future continuous. So in all there are 4 tenses that cannot be put into passive voice. Remaining out of 12 minus 4, that is 8, you have passive voices. See, we try to adhere to those rules. Him is brought as subject, he, his captors is taken as object, before object we use by already here. Now comes the turn of using be, but be is to be used after any auxiliary if already there. So he will be, then third form verb, take, took, taken. He will be taken to prison. That has to be added here. If we would be doing certain structures which are infinitive based, and for that rules are a bit different. But essentially voice related, he will be taken to prison, because this was not a verb, so no problem in terms of changing the tense structure. For this will not, so all you need is he will not be taken to prison by his captors. If it is will his captors taken to prison, so will he be taken. This is will be used here. Will he, and V3, will he be taken to prison by his captors? Correct. And when you have will his captors not take him, you can either use won't, or you can say will he not be taken. So won't he be taken to prison by his captors? Interrogative sign. And even passive voice you need to necessarily put it there. It is the narration where once you change an interrogative into a indirect narration, you don't insert question mark, instead full stop is inserted there. In this case, interrogative statement remains intact. Won't he be taken to prison by his captors? And why won't he be taken to prison by his captors. So what you see is applying simply those 5 rules, knowing clearly what is be form for a given tense, and using auxiliaries before the be form if ever there is any. Some do's and don'ts if you have in your mind, you would have no difficulty. We understand this to be a tense which cannot be changed into passive voice. Let's try one. His captors will be taking him to prison, and we consider for continuous being form. Let's try. He will be being taken to prison by his captors. Doesn't sound good even. So that means no change of voice for any type here. For future perfect, obviously been is there. So what you do is there is will have taken, helping verb is will have or shall have, and after that we would be using been. By his captors remains there. For he we require obviously will have been, and then third form verb. See, we are not violating any rule, it's very basic, sticking to those 5 steps. He will have been taken to prison by his captors. Now seeing this will have been, because otherwise you have first form verb ing, and since for you have V3 next, so you understand this to be a passive voice of future perfect. And to go back into active, you simply need to remember this chunk will have, shall have used, and with that V3. So when you bring in this his captors, will have taken him to prison. No, he will have yes, his captors, because subject is to be changed into object. His captors will have taken him to prison, and that would be the same sentence. His captors will have taken him to prison. Then if it is like will not, so what you do is have taken. So won't have taken is easy. Won't have, and then you have been here, be form, won't have been. So he won't have been taken to prison by his captors. Will he have been taken to prison by his captors? Or then you have the last one, won't he have been taken to prison by his captors? And why won't he have been, why won't he have been taken to prison by his captors? Dear students, and I understand those of you who are already good at it, for them it might have been a bit confusing, but mind it, this review is always very important. Refreshing your memory on those basics and attempting some questions of the kind that help you strengthen yourself and develop a kind of confidence that you could go there and do well. That changes the game actually. So you need to remember these rules, practice them. Now towards the end of this lecture, I am just giving you a table whereby there are different statements. You'd be trying them on your own, and maybe some fundamentals I would talk about in terms of combinations. Combination of certain words, like you have correlatives, either or, neither nor. You cannot say neither Ali or his friend, or you cannot say either Ali nor his friend. Or if it is not only but also, if you only say but, that is a faulty structure. If I say not Ali but his friends, that is problem area then.